You don't know. Bad man. Yeah.
Hey y'all, welcome to Real Men Get It Done. We're going to get into a tutorial today about cutting hair and maintaining high top dreads. Stay tuned, this is going to be a fun one. Real Men Get It. Alright, this tutorial is going to be for anybody, dads, moms, if you are just starting out trying to cut your kids' hair or just looking for some additional tips, and especially if your kids are natural and they have high top dreads or they're just letting them free form. My son actually, we crochet needle his, and all of our families, my daughters, my wife, we use the crochet needle interlocking method. So I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you our whole process. The first one being a fresh haircut. Then we're going to wash and prep and get it ready for the interlocking and show you the final product. Here it goes. All right, the one thing you want to make sure in terms of hair cutting, you have to have the correct tools to do the job. So if you're looking for something to invest in, I highly encourage you. I only use 2 clippers. My Fade Masters, I love Andy's products. There's a lot of other good things out there. These won't break the bank. Fade Masters, I'll put all the links in the description. Andy's Fade Masters, and then the Andy's, I believe these are my, these are called Smart Line, but the model is a model D8. But these are wireless. Everything's going wireless now. It just makes it easier to cut. So I have one wired set and then I have one wireless set. Those are the first 2 tools that I recommend. Second, magnetic guards, magnetic guards. Old school plastic ones that usually come with your clippers always have a possibility of slipping off and you're cutting off a lot more hair than what you anticipated. All of us have had those stories where our dads or somebody cut our head and messed it up. That was back in the day. New technology, magnetic guards, they do not slip off. I haven't had an issue in a number of years. Second thing I highly encourage you to invest in. Third thing, if you are a newbie and a beginner, or if you're even a pro, because everybody's head is different. If you're cutting your kid's head, one kid's head, if you have sons, one kid's head may be slightly different than the other. So a pencil, a lining pencil, can't remember the technical, this is a black ice one, but it helps you to guard your lines, or to line your guards, however you want to say it, just so you can line up the head properly, especially you know, the front, the sides. And then this tool, got this tool initially for my own self for some beard work, just to test it out and see how it is, but I found myself using it for my son too, just to make sure he has a crisp lineup. So these are some tools you need to have in your arsenal to help you as you are learning and perfecting the method of doing your hair at home. Not professional at all, I've just been doing it for a while, so I picked up some tips and tricks, so I want to share that with you all. So I'm going to get into it, show you how we just get him ready for the next steps of a fresh wash, and then we're going to get into the interlocking of his dreads, and I'll show you the complete process. So stay tuned to the end so you can see the complete process and makeover when it's all said and done.
All right, so what I'm doing right here, I'm actually separating my son's hair with a headband just to make sure with all that new growth I don't end up cutting his dreads, and then I get right into the cut.
Wine and flow. This one will be private show. Tell me low. Tell me what you want to know. I go give you all and more. Bad man, I feel your flow. Wine and flow. This one will be private show. Your friends they tell you say I be nobody. Been searching all around, but I found nobody. Nobody. Call on me. I go give you all of me. Baby, make you follow me. I go give you all of me. I'm auto, Sean say she moving to the baseline. Double she a wine, make a man wanna press the wine.
All right, the line pencil and the Cremo are extremely helpful. You can get them at Walmart, the beauty store, again, links in the description, but they help so that you don't have a crooked and messed up line. And of course, with young kids and even middle schoolers, that's the worst that could happen. They go to school and they have a messed up line. So invest in these if you have trouble or want to start trying to do your kid's hair. It'll make the job a whole lot easier.
This one no be private show. You don't know. Vicky's Batman point instrumental, giving them one time. It's okay.
Alright y'all, so I got the game for my wife and she loves to use Head and Shoulders 2-in-1. It has a shampoo and conditioner to really deep clean the dreads. So I'm doing that process right now after we just cut his hair to get a really deep clean of his hair, so it'll be a little bit damp and ready to go for when we actually move forward with the retwist and interlocking method, which I'll show you coming up here next.
You don't know. Batman. Yeah. These body baby, oh. These body baby, oh. Yeah. It's a bad man thing, yeah. Bad girl make you wine to the bass, nah. Give me that thing where I go feel late, nah. The way you back it up, the way you bust in the place, nah. Steady on time, yeah, don't be late, nah. Said I'm in love with you, and I'ma give you anything you want, and I'ma give you anything you need. Bad man here, why I'm through. Said I'm in love.
Alright guys, hey, shout out to Empress Locks UK. She has an awesome channel, does some awesome videos, has helped me try to refine my craft and doing this for my kids, along with my wife and just other, awesome folks are out there. But she is definitely one to look at. So I have my crochet needle for hair, other three things all together I think that you should need. The crochet needle, you gotta have some things to separate the head, and you gotta have a good product that you are going to use to moisturize the hair and to possibly roll. And I will be doing some rolling. So my technique is fairly simple. I'm going to take the dread, and you see my son has a lot of new growth here. So we want to pretty much go up, down, left, right. That's the easiest way I can describe it. And you want to end on the direction that you want the hair to go. So when I separate his hair, I pretty much have kind of 4 sections, this side going this way, his back going that way, this back going that way, and this front going that way. So that is kind of how you want to end your dread. But just giving you an example of what we want to do is we want to go through with the crochet needle and grab the tip of the head, and this little locking mechanism will automatically lock, and we'll do one pass, that's up, down, another pass, left, right, and we'll keep doing that until this gets nice and tight. And to be honest, if he has a lot of new growth, if the person has not a lot of new growth like my son, we want to start from the top of where the new growth is and work our way down to tighten it. And then at the very end, I'm going to use a combination of oil for my son's head because he always talking about his head's itching. I have the same oil that I actually use for my beard. Herbalist, they have an awesome beard care line that's very natural, very light scented. So I'm going to use that for his hair, to put just a few drops of oil here or there as I'm doing his hair, and then I'm going to palm roll it. And my game is not that good just yet. Some of the folks, when they're really dope, they can almost like braid this new growth to make it kind of nice and fresh. I can do a tiny bit, but that's not my forte. So I like to just put a little bit of shea butter in my hand and palm roll this whole thing. And then at the end, we're going to heat his head so all the shea butter just infuses into his head. Now, there's a lot of people that are out there in the dread community. Some people love to put product like shea butter in their hair. Some people hate it. At the end of the day, you got to do what works for you. I'm trying to help my son so that he doesn't have an itchy head, and that he doesn't have a whole bunch of product in his hair, but that what he has in here is going to be a good fit that will help him just not have an itchy head. So that is our process. We're going to move forward with it and show you guys the finished product.
One time, me never. Them a girls, them a coming over. Bad man, me a wanna lover. Girl come, them a be my lover. Bad man, me a never waste time. Them a girl, them a come, them a never count time. One time, me a never waste time. Them a girls, them a come, them a try my time. Ooh. Man, I telling me they go. See the girl, them a slow. Bad man on the roll. See the girl, them go down. Ooh-wee. Bad man on the showdown. Oh, yeah.
All right, so again, taking my skills to the next level. Don't be on me too hard. But I two-hand twisted these. Got the rubber bands on the ends of them, so his hair can lay down. I'm moving to the other side, and I lost myself a little bit from the last one because I started kind of up here. Actually, no. For this side of the head, I started up here and worked my way back. Now I'm going to show you working my way back to the front. So went ahead, and he had a lot of extra loose hair, so kind of can make it as parts.
With the M153 Pro's remotely operated weapons station on top.
You didn't get this from drug dealers.
All of this new growth. It's crazy how much his hair grows.
See, the Army's developing machines like this the soldiers can drive from a mile away so they can stay safe and alive. But luckily, there's a backup driver's seat for those of us that like to get more hands-on.
And an up, down, left, right.
No one is getting hands-on. She doesn't go onto the streets.
How do you love?
2 by 2. Ooh-wee. Go low. Man, I tell him, me then go slow. Them a feeling on my vibe and see the girl them go down. Ooh-wee. Bad man on the show now. Oh yeah. See the girl them go down. Ooh-wee. And a bad man run the show. And a bad man run the show now. Yeah.
Go digga, she a gold digga. Man figure, me na run digga. One nigga say really one digga.
Now me all them see.
Go digga, she a gold digga. Man figure, me na run digga. One nigga say really one nigga. Call me emergency.
One time me na never. Them a girls, them a coming over. Bad man, me a wanna lover. Girl come, them a be my lover. Bad man, me a never waste time. Them a girl, them a come, them a never count time. One time, me a never waste time. Them a girl, them a come, them a try my time. Ooh. Man a telling me they go. See the girl, them a slow. Bad man on the roll. See the girl, them go down. Ooh-wee. Bad man on the show now. Oh yeah. See the girl, them go down. Ooh-wee. And a bad man run the show. And a bad man run the show now. Yeah.
Go digga, she a gold digga. Man figure, me na run digga. One nigga say really one digga.
Now me all them see.
Go digga, she a gold digga. Man figure, me na run digga. One nigga say really one nigga. Call me emergency.
Original Batman. One time. He's Butty baby. Mix and mix it.